Hello everyone, Don here again. This time I'm going to try a different camera to record these videos. The little Sony Handycam I have is a nice 1080 camera, but the problem is the wide angle on it for close-ups isn't the best. You got to get back quite a ways to see it. Alright, so this is my first video since 2 weeks ago. Last weekend was the holiday weekend, and I did manage to get the gear doors finished up on it. Got them adjusted, got the tail gear doors all finished and installed, and the linkage is ready to put on them, but I haven't put it on yet. So my goal was last weekend to try and get it into some paint, but the problem was last Saturday, Sunday, and Monday was a really hot weekend. Saturday wasn't bad, but Sunday and Monday was terrible. The humidity was sky high. So what I've got here is the paint that I'm going to use for painting. It's a class coat. It's basically model airplane paint, but it's authentic colors. That's the primer, the catalyst for the primer. I'm going with a satin finish for the paints. There's my insignia white and intermediate blue. Okay, and on this aircraft picture you can see the underside belly from the wings. Wing to wing is underside white from nose to tail, bottom of the tail is white. And then this would be the intermediate blue here and here, and then the bottom of the wing panels. Okay, so what I was attempting to do is to get the whole underside of the plane finished. Because once that's painted, I can literally flip the plane over. So, and then last Monday it was just too humid, too hot. It was like 90 degrees, humidity was sky high. And I was going around to clean up the shop. You can see it's a little dusty now, but what I ended up doing is I started back here in the corner and I pulled everything off under the bench, and I came up with a bright idea to close this all in, make this all slidable doors so you can access the stuff underneath. So I pulled all that out, cleaned everything up, and framed it in, made some little sliders. I got one more sheet of Formica to cut up into the pieces to finish this. But Monday I spent all day in here cleaning. Right now you can see dust on everything, which isn't dust, it's paint. But it's all flash dried. It'll all come off. So last Monday I spent the whole day cleaning the shop out. I started on the back end and went all the way up through. And I moved everything around. Okay. So what I did manage to do today, you can see it is raining. Don't know if you'll be able to see that in the camera, but everything's nice and wet. Raining out. And the temperature's in the 60s. Alright, so now the reveal. I was able to get the white underside painted today, and the outer wing panels painted. You can see the whole belly of the plane is all in insignia white, and the outer wing panels is the intermediate blue. And I just sprayed that with what I had left over from the painting. But last time I was working on the gear doors, this is pretty much adjusted to where they're going to be. There'll be a little more adjustment, but the gear is setting down in there. I don't have the pin that's going to actuate the doors put in yet, and I don't have the springs hooked up to them, but essentially that's how they'll work. They'll be spring loaded in the open position, and when the gear comes down it will push on that rod and pull the doors shut. So from here you can see the belly, painted all the way back to the tail. What I really like is that these corners, look how nice these corners came out. Seams, the lighting in here, is really bad. Just these incandescent lights. But here's the doors for the tail. All the brackets are in here ready to go, and they'll get hooked up to a little turnbuckle that hooks to this linkage. But right now this isn't hooked up, just so I can get it in there and retracted. The other section is in there. But basically where that spring is attached is where the little turnbuckles attach here, but this folds, that bottom piece in there, that little fork, it folds up. It doesn't actually go that way. In order to get this gear to cycle, you have to, I got to hook the electric motor wiring up so it works, but I won't be able to cycle that until it's up, right side up again. So, got the tail all painted. Like I say, these seams came out really nice. And as you can see, the finish on the tail is really nice. This is a satin finish. It's not a high gloss finish. The original ones were actually done in a flat finish. I don't even believe they were done in satin. And it's just barely got a shine to her. But that's the intermediate blue. And then from the front here, the intermediate blue will start here, come around, and it'll come off of here, straight across over the cowling. There'll be a strip in the middle, and then from the back of the wing to the tail, from where that trailing edge goes, it's almost a straight shot back to where that jig is holding plane up, and then it'll curve down and meet the leading edge of the tail. And then from there, it'll come straight forward, and then it'll curve up and meet the back of the wing with this color. This is already dried. It flash dries fairly quick. And as you can see here, I didn't do a tape line, because that's not how these were painted. They're just sprayed in the field, most of these, so it has this overspray. And then the dark blue will go from here down all the way around. So a lot of this, you can see the imperfection still, but that'll be finished with the top half, because that dark blue will literally come up over this edge farther than the white is, and the light blue. So, but otherwise, that's where we're at. I mean, there's some light little imperfections here and there, but it's Warbird. It ain't gonna be perfect. It just adds to the effect. And you can see I get her to focus in here. It's because of the lighting in here so bad. But it's just kind of a blended in effect. So that's where I'm at. But I got the tail wheel, doors done, the main's all rigged in. So I did open up the can for the blues, the non-specular sea blue, and that's that dark one out there on the tip. So that's what the rest of the airplane is going to look like, the whole top of the plane. So, all right, well, that's it for this week. Sorry I didn't get to it last week, but I spent the whole day on Monday working on them, cleaning this whole shop out. It was filthy. Now you can see all the dust on the floor. That was from the light sanding of the primer. I had to prime it first, and then I had to light sand that off, and then wiped everything down real good, and then threw on the color. So next weekend, I'm going to let this set all week, and I'll pull the wings off of it, and we'll roll it over and get her back on its feet. So then the rest of the videos will be of the top section being finished up on the top side, and then the last thing will be paint. So, and then I got to make a canopy for it, fit the tank. The tank's got to be fitted, the cowling's got to be fitted, everything's got to be fitted and finished, and then I'll have to make the canopy, and that has to go in before it can be painted up around the cockpit area. So, all right, well, that's it for today. For this one, I'll get this uploaded tonight, Sunday. Say right now, since I've had the heat turned off, I had my torpedo heater back there running to get this up into the 70s. And today, you can see right now, it's 62 at 72% humidity. Earlier today, it was about the same temperature, but the humidity is only in the 60s, so the humidity's gone up quite a bit. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this week. Leave all your post comments, questions, concerns. I'll try to answer them as they come in. All right, everyone, I appreciate everyone watching and subscribing to my channel, and keep checking back once a week. I hope that get this thing in color before the snow flies. All right, this is Dino Dawn out. Thanks for watching, everyone.